Hi and welcome. My name is Diana and this is MetCon. This is our MetCon 4.0 and it's our week 2. Today we're going to be working on easy contractions at a slower tempo. I'm so excited that you're joining me today. Let's go ahead and run through our needs list and we'll get started. Today we're going to use a singular heavier dumbbell or heavy kettlebell. Okay, so I say the word heavy, you're thinking heavy to me. What's heavy to me? I'm going to use 20 pounds. You can go ahead and scale up or scale back accordingly. We're also going to use what you would consider to be light or medium light dumbbells, okay? And that's going to be a double dumbbell set. And we're going to need our water today. Of course, in most classes, we're going to need that mat stretched out beneath us for some of our stretching and mobility towards the beginning and end. And sometimes if you require a bit of an assist, you might be next to a wall, a pillar, or even the backrest of a chair for a bit of balance support. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to jump into our warm-up. We'll move through 2 MetCon circuits. Each one of these circuits will perform for 7.5 minutes to make our 15-minute MetCon chunk. And we'll finish up today with our cool down, returning all the composition of the body back to that steady state, okay? So first we'll have our mat laid out. We're gonna drop into a low runner's lunge. You can either tuck or flatten your back foot. We're gonna bring our palms to the floor inside of our front foot, and we're gonna let our hips drop forward in order to stretch the front side of our back hip and the back side of our front hip. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like to move into it just a little bit dynamically, you can pulse in and out at about 2 to 3 inches for about 5 pulsations. And then take our inside arm, sweep it around to the outside of our thigh, and we're gonna straighten out our front thigh, bring our toe up towards our nose, and then drop our nose down towards our knee. Go ahead and press forward and then switch your stance. We'll bring the other foot in front. We'll go ahead like we did on the other side and guide our palms down inside of that front foot. If it felt good to pulsate, go ahead and move back with the hips about 2 to 3 inches and then drive the hips forward. Here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then go ahead with that inside arm, sweep it to the outside of that front thigh. And we're gonna peel the hips back, fold over that leg, toes towards your nose, nose towards your knee. Beautiful work. Let's go ahead and press forward. You can stay in your lunge and we're gonna pivot our lunge sideways, okay? So we've got our knee down and now we've opened our other leg out to the side of that same hip and we're gonna drop the same hand as our bent knee to our mat and then sweep our top arm up and across by our top ear, all right? See if you can find some length in reaching the heel down and reaching the fingertips away. So we're lengthening from the heel to the fingertips. Take a breath in, reach a little bit further on your exhale, and then try this. Cartwheel your arms up. We're gonna slide that arm down the extended leg, take your arm over the top, and take that side stretch this way. Beautiful. Come back through neutral. We're going to take that same pattern on the second side. So drop the knee that was extended down, take the other leg out. We're going to drop the same side arm as the bent knee, and then sweep the lengthened arm up overhead. Find that length. We're reaching from the heel through the tips of the fingers. Take another breath in, find a little more length, and then use the strength of your core to come up. And we're going to just tip the whole position over on its other side. Beautiful. Return back to neutral. Let's press ourselves up to stand. And then with some space around you, we're going to move through 10 shoulder circles, reaching forward and pressing back. I hope that felt really good through your hips, through your side body this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, whenever you're watching this. To those of us reviewing the recording, beautiful work here. Okay, I'm going to run you through our first MetCon. Our first MetCon is going to be worked in our time variation. So 30 seconds at each of our exercises. We'll repeat it for a full 7.5 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and grab a quick water break, learn our new MetCon, and jump into that one. Right now is a great time to grab water as I go through with you what we're going to work on. Our first exercise is a sumo squat. So we're going to take whatever our heavy to you weight was. It could be your kettlebell or that singular dumbbell. We're going to bring it either to our goblet grip right up here at our chest, or we can hold it in our lengthened position in front of our hips. And we're going to perform a sumo squat. We're going to work towards keeping our torso upright as we move that squat up and down. That is going to be a total of 30 seconds. Our second exercise is called fast feet. I want you to think about like a football player on the line. We're going to just pump our feet up and down, and I want you to try to pump your arms at the same time. Okay, this should feel like a little cardio burst. You're just going to drive right off of the balls of the feet into that fast little march. Okay, 30 seconds there. We're going to finish up grabbing our heavy dumbbell or kettlebell in one hand, and then we're going to take our light dumbbell in the other hand, and we're going to do 30 seconds of what's called a cross body farmer carry. All right, you can move in a straight line or in a circle around your space. After 30 seconds, I'm going to cue you to switch, and you're going to go ahead and take this, excuse me, look at me, I almost just pressed that heavy weight overhead. We're going to take our second side with the opposite limbs. Okay, one thing I want you to work on here is making sure that that arm that's extended overhead is really pushing towards the ceiling. We don't want to sag into the elbow. Okay, so that's our first MetCon. Let me do a quick review. We're going to start with the sumo squat. We're going to move into the fast feet, and we're going to finish up with 2 crossbody farmer carries. We're going to get 30 seconds on each side. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our heavy to you kettlebell or dumbbell. Let's go ahead and get our weight situated up at the chest or in that low grip. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds. Sumo squat. You go as fast as slow as you need today. Three, 2, 1. Safely set that weight down. Fast feet. Here we go. Pump those arms. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heavy and light dumbbell or kettlebell. Take your crossbody position, and we're taking a walk. Push that top arm through to the sky. Three, 2, 1, safely switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down, stay with that heavier weight. We're gonna go right back into our sumo squats. 3, 2, 1. Set it down safely, fast feet, pump those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossbody farmer carry, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the limbs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the heavy weight right into your sumo squats. 3, 2, 1. Set that down. Fast feet, pump it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Release. All right. Cross body farmer carry. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Here's our 2-minute warning. 2 more minutes in this MetCon. 3, 2, 1. Release. We're back to our sumo squat. 3, 2, 1, release that down. Fast feet, let's pump those arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do one more cross-body farmer carry on each side. Here we go. Four, 3, 2, 1. Make your switch. Last piece of this first MetCon. Great form. Push that top arm to the sky. Three, 2, 1, release. Amazing work. Go ahead and grab some water. Take a short rest. Peek up here. I'm going to run through with you what we're going to move through next. Our second circuit, we're going to go rep based. So 10 reps of each of these exercises. If they're single-sided, we're going to do each side for 10. If they're double-sided, we're going to do just the total for 10, okay? Our first exercise, we're going to use our light dumbbells, and we're going to take one of two different variations, either a split stance deadlift, which is where we're going to keep our back foot in a kickstand, or we're going to take our full single leg deadlift where we're going to fly our back leg, okay? We're going to stay on the same leg for the first 10 and then switch sides. When we switch in a movement like that, we're going to lose our balance a whole lot more for alternating legs, okay? So we're going to stay on the same leg for the first 10 and then switch. Our second exercise, we're going to stay with our light weights. We want our mat down beneath us. We're going to come into our all fours position, and we're going to take 10 renegade rows on each side, which means that we're going to take a total of 20 renegade rows down there on our mats. We're going to finish up just moving those right out of our space, and we're going to take our full release push-ups either from the knees or the toes or a combination. One thing that's special about these is we're going to actually lift our hands at the bottom, and that's going to allow us to come all the way into our fullest range, releasing our hands and then tightening through the core to press off, okay? So pretty simple. We're going to get started with that single leg deadlift, 10 on each leg. We're taking 20 total of those renegade rows. We're going to finish up with our push-ups, okay? I'm really excited to move through this with you today. We're going to start in about 15 seconds here with that single leg or split stance deadlift. Once again, it's 10 reps on each side. Find a vision point out in front of you about 4 feet on your floor. And here we go. We're going to hinge and pull tall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch the planted leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gorgeous. Drop down to your all fours position. Tighten up your core. 10 on each side. Here we go, rowing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and move those out of your space. Bring your body into full or modified plank. And we're going to descend. Lift the hands. Press up from the knees or toes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful work. Come right back up. Grab those dumbbells of yours. Let's start on the second side, if you remember. And we're going to move right back into our deadlifts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Down to all fours. Square yourself up. Tight core. Take it side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those right out of your space. Push up position, knees or toes. Here we go, down and fly. 1, down, fly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You know where we're going, right back to that deadlift. Go ahead and get set up. Picking whichever leg you'd like to start on this time. Here we go. Hinge and pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second side. 10, 9. Here's our 1-minute warning. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring those down to your mat. Square everything up. Core tight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're so lucky we're out of time. We don't have to do our last set of push-ups. How fun is that? Go ahead and set those aside. We're going to run through our cool down. Go ahead and come up to stand. Take your feet wide. We're going to cool down first with our standing torso twist. 5 and 5. Go ahead and move to a wall, a railing, or the back of a chair. We're going to take a static quad stretch. Catch your top of your foot behind your hip. Tuck your tailbone so you're feeling a lot of length in the front of the hip and the thigh. Go ahead and release that down. Spin around. Put the other hand on the wall or railing for support. Release that side down. We're going to finish off stretching down on our mat. So we'll go ahead and move into our figure 4. We're crossing one ankle over the opposite knee and then bringing the hands behind the non-active stretch leg, pulling both knees in a bit towards the chest. Go ahead and uncross and recross the second side. Catch behind that thigh. Pull in. Go ahead and release. Bring the knees into the chest. Give them a quick squeeze. Drop your arms out to a goalpost or a T shape there on your floor. We're going to take both knees to the right. You can look to the left. Come up to the middle. Take it over to the other side. Look to the right. Come up to the middle. And you can rock and roll or press yourself up, or of course you could stay there in a restful position if that's what your day holds. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I hope it felt great in your body. As always, if questions were to have arisen during the class, go ahead and send me an email, diana@bridgefitnesstraining.com. I hope you go forward and have yourself a great day. And I'll see you soon in another class or in your personal workout. And we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.